I am, okay, one sec, I'm gonna have to change the sidebar setup because I don't want to play it in tiny mode. Okay. So, what I'm going to be doing, I'm just, you know, creating a, okay, I think that's it. There we go. Okay. Figured I'd just record some chat of me during the last little bit of the game. Sorry if I stop talking during cutscene and such, because, you know, I do like the story. If I've turned across as negative in the little updates, trust me, I'm not. This is one of my favorite games. It's just critical mode is very hard, and the thing I wanted to focus on in the updates was the kind of writing, you know, not really a full narrative, but a little narrative of someone losing his mind.
I spent years studying the workings of the heart.
Keeps failing at the game.
Yet it seems I still haven't learned a thing.
Yeah, critical mode.
What do you mean?
It does. It screws you up a little bit.
Hearts is incalculable.
The first time you do it.
The inhabitants of my twilight town
but
were data
really,
created from real
game. I've loved it since I was like
I was
9
convinced
or
that they would
7
think and behave the way I had envisioned.
Exact year it came out,
I couldn't
and
have
then
been more
find out
wrong.
when I got it.
Heart
I think I got it like
is so much more than any
maybe
sister.
a year or 6 months after it came out.
I
I
saw
didn't
it
know it had come
when
out
Roxas
originally.
and Kyrie crossed paths.
I actually got into
I
the
knew,
series
but I was
from,
too stubborn to accept it.
my cousin Megan.
It's always the same.
Her
I try to
boyfriend
wrap
at the
my
time,
mind around things my heart already knows.
He brought
Only
over
to
his
fail.
PS2 and a little CRT
While
to
I
my
was
house
trying to
when she
bring
was visiting
Sora
one
back,
day.
I had so many plans
And he was playing the
in store.
Destiny Island
But
segment.
once Sora was an
the
acting
very beginning of
force,
Kingdom Hearts 1.
they fell apart.
And my
All
child,
my
Lord
research
Brain, saw
amounted
Dark
to
Side and was
nothing
like, whoa,
compared
it's
with
so
that
cool.
one boy's heart.
And I was like, I need to have
Handsome,
this.
I'm
And
ashamed.
like, what's this game? And
All
he,
the
showed
more
me a
proof
Kingdom
that
Hearts.
hearts cannot be contained by data.
And,
Run, my friend. It's going to self-destruct, and anything could happen.
It is Christopher Lee,
What? Your Majesty!
surprisingly
Sora,
enough.
the rest is up to you.
But
and
yeah,
Roxas,
I saw the cover
I
of the
doubt
game,
you can hear me,
and
but
the cover for Kingdom
I
Hearts 1 is
am
awesome.
sorry.
One of my favorite cover arts ever.
My heart is telling me what I must do. Please allow me to do what it
And
says.
so I saw them,
No!
I sold.
Riku!
So I think
His
I went
heart's
out
decided.
maybe a week later.
We can't change that.
I had a little money left over at my birthday.
Who would dare interfere with my
And I
Kingdom Hearts? And look,
Not that.
here you all are. How
So when I saw
convenient.
Kingdom Hearts 2 in a
Ansem the
watch
Wise.
through this one.
You look pathetic.
Sorry, not Ansem, them
Have your laugh.
straight villain voice.
I deserve as much for failing to see you for the fool you are.
Students do take after their teachers. Only a fool would be your apprentice. After
So
all,
lovably evil.
none of this would have happened without you. You are the source of all Heartless. It was your research that inspired me to go further than you ever dared.
I admit, my disregard brought chaos to more worlds than one. But what were you seeking? You erased me from the world, only to take my name and continue research better left forgotten. Is this the answer you've been looking for?
All that and more. I'm carrying on what you yourself began, and I'm creating a brand new world, one heart at a time. I thought you'd praise me, but all you ever do is hold me back. I understand, though. Unlike me, you have a heart, and you're powerless to control it.
I also love
Consumed by the
this
jealousy
right
you
here.
feel toward the student
And I
who
guess he
surpassed
wouldn't,
you.
he's just completely mocking
They are
him
not.
because,
Foolish apprentice.
yeah,
of
they
a
are,
foolish
despite
man.
being an apprentice of
You have
Ansem,
surpassed nothing. only proved how little
I don't ever
we
think he was
both
really
know.
behind Diz, because he was.
We may
he was a
profess to
Keyblade
know the
master.
heart, but its essence is beyond
And
our reach.
Maybe Diz
We're both
slash Ansem
ignorant,
confused the Kingdom
as
Hearts.
oblivious as when we began.
Even though he may have been maybe ahead of him in research,
Afraid.
you know, the Heartless and such.
Any world you try to create,
Ansem
any world of
far
yours
ahead of him.
would be an
Knowledge, like
empire of
Keyblade,
ignorance.
The other world.
That is why you and your creation
He's-
are destined to
He's seen
fall.
stuff Ansem never has.
We've
or
said enough.
Never will.
Rico, you know what
Like
to
the
do.
Unversed and
King Mickey, my
the actual,
friend,
the big Keyblade.
forgive me.
Kai Blade.
Farewell.
So when he's talking about, you know, just surpassing him and stuff, he's just mocking Ansem. He's just trying to hit at him and his failures. So despite being a really clustered mess of story, at times it feels like, and really I think that's just because most people didn't play Chain of Memories. The villains and most of the characters really have some good writing in this series. So surprisingly, you'll get in the actual report. The bosses in World That Never Was really didn't hit too hard, other than Roxas, who I think is the hardest boss in this game. Maybe it's because I had, I think it was Second Chance. But Roxas killed me a lot of times with Second Chance, and the other ones, they never really had it. I'm sure I would have died a few times to Sykes. Luxord maybe once if I didn't have Second Chance, and maybe Zigbar a few times. I don't know, I didn't die to Zigbar. He never used his ultimate on me. I killed him so fast. But yeah, it's just in the end of this. It's been a fun run, though it's also been very frustrating. As much as part of it was just trying to portray someone going crazy over all the deaths, a little bit of it was true. Fighting Beast Castle 2.
Wow!
I was very angry throughout all of that.
Ansem did say anything could happen.
Because, my goodness, what's his name? Heartless, or not Heartless, nobody is.
Riku, you gonna
Each of
take
the
that off?
organization members, they get nobody named after them. So I think it's really cool, and all the designs are really nice and awesome. But,
What was that?
but
His
what
eyes
is his
couldn't lie.
name?
Lie?
The guy there.
And just who were you trying to fool? Huh?
the organization's
Myself.
13 member who's in
Riku, come on,
who's in
man.
Beast Castle 2.
Why did you try to
The
do
whole
so
game,
much
I don't
on
know why
your
he just
own?
hangs out there.
You got friends like us.
He was such a pain, and his nobodies were even more of a pain because they're just supposed to be a basic-ish enemy, and they killed me maybe 20 times in the span of just one after the other, probably less than a minute between deaths.
Have you forgotten?
And
I'll tell you why.
sometimes he was so frustrating.
like you.
I had to leave the
Say
world,
that
and then I
again.
went back in again, and I found out there was a save point closer to that fight with them. So I could just get into it and only die against them and not the room before. And then actually going up against the boss.
What should we do, Riku?
We
I
must
looked up his
defeat
name
Xemnas.
because
He's the organization's last survivor.
skip in my mind,
Right.
and it's annoying me. He annoys me even in death.
Come on.
Yeah, he was such a pain. Up until him in the run, I was counting whenever Mickey would come help you out. Because sometimes when you die in a couple worlds, one of them is Beast Castle. Sometimes in a couple worlds, if you die against a boss, Mickey will come out, and if you do well enough with him, it'll resurrect Sora full health. If you don't do super well, it'll bring him back with like half health. And I see a lot of people say like, "Oh, he'll do it as much as you need him to." That's not true. Sometimes he won't come at all, and if you don't do well enough, I think it is with him, he won't come back. And the thing with Mickey is he can jump really far. He's really fast. so you can get away and charge up the kind of Healsaurus thing. But I think it's if you don't charge it up a full bar before he gets all his health depleted, he doesn't come back, or it's something like that. It might be slightly random. I don't know. The thing is, Mickey does not have guard, so going up against that boss, who can hit you across the map for tons of damage, he just won't come a lot of time. It's hard to charge it up fully, so he wouldn't come back, so you would have one save. And at that point in the game, I think the most you can have is like dodge roll and the combo protection on him. So that boss was a huge pain for that point. So 1 second, I'm still picking him up, or looking him up. Organization 13. I know it has an X in it, they all do, because Nimura is edgy like that. I'll just keep going while it loads up. Zaldin! There it is. Yeah, Zaldin. He's got all the spears. He's a real thing. Also, these little pink nobodies, I hate these enemies. They're one-shotting me until I got much more. Because they have a little thing, I still don't know how to avoid it. But if they grab you, you die. At least on critical mode. Proud, I think it just got rid of most of your health. But I know they were the ones who killed me the most in my proud mode run. That was the basic enemy. At least the finish line. These guys connect pretty hard too. But at this point in the game, you start getting some real whack abilities. You get really strong. Very nice. Also, you can fuck around with some weapons. Just maximum damage. Back off! Back off! I'd say other than Roxas and Salt. That's the move, I think my defense is high enough where he won't one-shot me anymore anyway. Until maybe 30 minutes ago, that was not the case. But other than Golden, surprisingly, and it shocked me because I never found him to be hard in any other one. Jafar kicked my butt. I died to him maybe 20 times. And just because he's so slow. And he has a big health bar, but he's super slow. And when you're on any other difficulty, there's enough time to charge up your heal magic bar. But on this one, there's not a ton of time to charge up your magic bar to heal yourself when you need it. And a lot of the attacks are just strong enough to outright kill you, despite him being so slow. There's another boss like that, Sark and the MCP in Tron World. They hit really hard in critical, and they are not really hard at all. In most runs, it's kind of a joke normally. And if I had realized that the MCP has this little square that's attacking, if I realized those things respawn and that I couldn't just grind it out to avoid the lasers, and also if I realized the lasers just go away after a few seconds, instead of be going after the whole time I was on the start, they just let us do 2 seconds. But I probably died a few times just trying to get rid of all the squares, but I died to them I think maybe 15 times. Which was rather annoying. I didn't touch much on it on my report because I was getting close to the end of the game. But yeah, those are pretty annoying. One world I didn't touch on much at all in the reports is the 100 Acre Wood, because there's no combat, and I really was focusing on, you know, spraying myself and just going mad. 100 Acre Wood is my favorite world. Not gameplay-wise or story-wise at all, but it's just very nostalgic for me, because I liked Winnie the Pooh a lot as a kid, and it's got that music, and it is... I don't know if I'm quite old enough to justify feeling nostalgia. I don't feel nostalgia for most things, but one of the few things I feel nostalgia for has to be 100 Acre Wood and Kingdom Hearts and Kingdom Hearts. It just touches my heart. Makes me feel warm inside.
Take this.
The other thing I haven't talked about, you know, how positively I feel about this game is just how it plays. I played Kingdom Hearts right before this, and the jump between 1 and 2 is massive. The jumping quality. Kingdom Hearts 1, the camera's way closer to Sora. Like it's more like this kind of look, maybe. Probably closer than that even. And he's pretty slow. The attacks come out just It's still a very good game. I still really like it. But jumping to 2, the combat is so much faster. There's so many more options. They add in the drive forms, and all of these on this list, they're just so much different from each other. They change up the gameplay in a great way. They're a great save, because one of the things about Kingdom Hearts 1, whenever you had magic left, it was kind of in blocks, these 2 blocks around the green, near Sora's face on the bottom right, that's his health. And Cure only cost, I think, 1 of those. So in Kingdom Hearts 2, all the enemies got faster and stronger, Sora got way faster and stronger. He has so many more options, he can really find the air for a long time. The finishers he gets are great. His magic is way cooler. It's more useful. In Kingdom Hearts 1, like Blizzard and Fire, the ice and fire magic were basically the same thing. Fire would lock on, and Blizzard would do a little more damage without really trailing the enemy. But they would do more if you hit them. In this game, they're way different. Blizzaga is more projectile fire. It kind of spins around him. So those two basically come from the same in Kingdom Hearts 1. Thunder was a little different. It would zone in on kind of an area and strike down with randomly. Probably hit the one you're targeting. In this one, it hits the one you're targeting and it kind of domes that around them. So it's like a ranged fire spell. It's way different. And the thing about Cure, that others were talking about, Cure in the first game, you could cast it whenever you had like any of your magic. There was only, I think, 1 square. And in this game, which was really smart to make it work a lot better, it raises the stakes of combat quite a bit. It uses up your entire magic bar. Now you can cast it whenever you have any of it left, but it uses it up, and you have to wait for it to recharge. And so it creates, like, you heal, and it heals you fully. I think it heals you fully. It might not heal you fully early on. It definitely heals you fully by the end of the game. And it'll heal your allies too, whereas in the first one it would only heal your target. So it sped up the use of it, and it also raised the stakes of the combat immediately after, because you have to stay on your game unless you want to be using potions all the time, which you don't want to be. In the first game, it's a lot easier to find the time to go down to the item menu and heal yourself with it. In this game, you don't always have that luxury. In fact, most times you don't. Everything is so much better. So, like, you really have to get quick with this. Really, I only use magic in this menu right here, rather than going down and selecting this. Here, Reflection is first, now it's like it's really overpowered. I've never used it. I imagine that this because Zaldin uses all the time, and he's a real pain. So, I'm just gonna go through the door and finish this run.
Sora!
Actually, it looks like it's time for our call. checking the time, so I'll go into there. And it'll be weird watching this back for you guys, I guess, maybe. I may actually just stop it here.
There's gonna be no end to this.
Together we can stop them.
Be gone from here. Leave these creatures to us.
But there's no way we could take them all.
I will be sending them after Xemnas. Or perhaps you would rather fight them yourself.
Yeah,
Frankly, my dear, I'd rather run!
Off with you then.
There you go. You just got through the message about being really.
Well, if it ain't the Boat Boy King.
I completely understand.
Time to weigh anchor, Captain Pete.
What, like abandoned ship? I don't think so.
Sora, your majesty, do not forget, when I've destroyed them all, this castle shall be mine!
Now looky here. Opportunities like this don't come along every day, you know.
She's a big player in the first one, and this one, she's got a lot of screen time, but ultimately she does not do much.
Bring 'em on!
We gotta hurry.
Yeah.
But
They're doing what their hearts command. We can't interfere.
There you go. So, I'm just gonna leave it here for a little bit. And I guess I'll start another stream. I don't know, let's start another stream. So, thanks if you checked it out. I hope it wasn't too rambly. I hope the audio's good. I can't tell until after I stop the broadcast, but thanks for listening to me ramble about one of my favorite games.